Hello! So magandang umaga, tanghali, gabi sa mga nanonood ng lecture na ito. So sa video ito, pag-uusapan natin kung paano kumuha ng solutions ng systems of equations. So magsimula muna tayo kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng system of equation. So meron tayong 3 bullets here. So yung first bullet, sinasabi niya na ang system of equation is a set of 2 or more equations in several variables. So basically, meron kang mga equations and meron kang mga variables. And a solution of a system is a solution common to all equations in the system. So ibig sabihin, yung solution na magkakamukha doon sa bawat equation. Okay? And pag sinabi nating solution set of a system, yun yung set containing all the solutions of the system. Ay, sumurado hirap mag-isa. Okay, so in particular, ang pag-uusapan natin sa video ito ay two linear equation into variable. Ibig sabihin, meron kang dalawang linear equation, tas may dalawang variable na nawawala. So, ang form niya ganito. So, you have these two equations. Basically, dalawang lines lang iyan. Okay? So, si x and y yung nawawala. Yung a1, b1, c1, the abc's are constants lang. Okay? So, pwede mong interpret yan as dalawang lines lang. Tapos, hinahanap mo yung intersection ng dalawang lines. And the intersection of these two lines, yun yung solution ng system. Okay, so andito sa ating slide. Okay, so ganito yon. So for example, we have this system of linear equation. So para mahanap mo yung solutions dito or solution, hahanapin mo lang yung intersection ng dalawang lines na ito. Okay, so gaya ng sabi dito, a solution to each equation is a point on a line. And a solution to the system is a point on both lines. So kung i-drawing natin, so kailangan ko na straight line. Let's say this one, and you have this blue line. So we have this black line and blue line. So let's say ito si blue line, ito si black line. So yung mga points na nandito ay solution nito. So, example, magbigay nga tayo ng solution. Let's say, sino ba yung sinabi kong black? Sige, 2x plus 3y si blue. Sulat ko na ha. And, ito naman si 3x minus 4y is 1. So, in particular, dun sa black line, ang isa sa mga solution nung equation na ito ay 0 negative 1/4. So, 0, negative 1/4 is a solution dito sa una pa lang. Okay, so bakit siya solution? Kasi pag pinlog in mo to, dito, it satisfies the equation. Okay, so dun sa pangalawa, let's give an example ng solution. So, yung, let's say, 1 and 10/3. So, this 1 and 10/3 is a solution to this line or to this equation because this point satisfies this equation. So pag sinabi nating solution ng system, yung point common to the both lines. So which is, ito yung tinutukoy niya. So a solution to the system gives a point of intersection of the lines. So yun yung mahalagang matutunan natin na yung intersection nung dalawang lines, yun yung solution doon sa system. And there are two ways, or at least in this example, at least two ways of doing it, kung paano sinosolve yung solutions ng system of equation. So yung una is via substitution and the other one is by elimination by addition. So yung una, elimination by substitution. The second one is elimination by addition. So ang ginagawa dito, nagbabawas tayo ng variable para makompute mo isa. Pag nakompute mo isang variable, i-substitute it para makuha naman yung isa. So yung method of substitution, so ganito yung technique. Pipili ka muna ng isang equation and then isolate one variable in one equation. So let's say, express y in terms of x. So y in terms of x, so yung y is equal to, may mga x something sa kabila, pa-plug in mo dun sa isang equation. So magiging expression na yun in terms of x. Okay, so kapag pag elimination by addition naman, mamimili ka ng variable na mag-eliminate. And then you multiply the equations by an appropriate constant para maging magkamukha yung coefficient ng variables na yun. And then you add or subtract the equations para ma-eliminate. So mas madali siyang mag-gets if you're going to do an example. So let's do yung parehang technique in this particular example. So let us solve for the points of intersection of these lines with this equation. So pinapasolve sa atin yung system na yan. So solve muna natin using substitution. So via substitution, so sabi sa via substitution, you just choose one equation. So any of them, so let's say this equation na lang. So 3x minus 4y minus 1 equal to 0. And then isolate yung isang variable. So express one variable in terms of the other. So let's say, solve natin si y in terms of x. Although pwede rin naman solve for x in terms of y. And then divide both sides by -4. What do we get? So divide this by -4, we get 3/4. Divide this by -4, we get -1/4. So meron na tayo nito. And then doon sa hindi mo pinili, pa-plug in mo yung y. Okay? So we get 2x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. Plug in natin ito dito. So we get 3/4 x minus 1/4 minus 12 equal to 0. So pinasok lang natin ito doon. Kaya siya naging ganyan. And as you can observe, isa na lang yung variable na natira, si x na lang. So makakompute na natin siya. Can we do distributive dito? Distribution. So 9/4 x minus 3/4 minus 12 is 0. May fraction. Para maalis yung fraction, let us multiply both sides by the LCD. The LCD is 4. So multiply both sides by 4, we get 8x plus 9x minus 3 minus 48 equal to 0. Combine like terms, 17x minus 51 is 0. So 17x is 51. So x is 51 over 17, which is, anong value niyan? 3. So nakuha mo na yung x equal to 3, paano mo masasolve yung y? So pwede mo i-plug in na lang siya dito to get y. So if x is 3, y is, anong lalabas dito? 3/4 x minus 1/4 or 9/4 minus 1/4, 8/4 or 2. So yung solution, ang solution is an ordered pair. So pair sila. So ang x is 3, y is 2. And the solution set, of course, lalagay mo lang yan sa... So, ganun ginagawa yung substitution. You solve one variable in terms of the other, substitute dun sa kabila. Yun yung important na step. Okay, so let us solve naman using elimination via addition. So, burahin muna natin. Nabura ko naman lahat. Ano ba yan? Okay, so burahin natin yung mga sinulat ko. So, let me just rewrite yung equations natin. So, 3x, ito via elimination, via addition. Or pwede rin subtraction, you subtract yung equations. So, ang ginagawa ko ganito, lilista ko lang ha. Okay, so you choose a variable na gusto nyong i-eliminate. So, let's say, kunyari lang, we want to eliminate the variable x. Kunyari lang. So, si x. So, what you're going to do is multiply equation 1 by a constant and multiply equation 2 by another constant such that the coefficients of the x's will be the same. So, ang ginagawa ko, hinahanap ko na lang yung LCD nito and then, what do I multiply by the coefficients to make or para maging yung LCM nila. Least common multiple. So, for example, si 3 and 2, the least common multiple is 6. So, what do I multiply to 3 to make it 6? I multiply that by 2. So, equation 1, multiply natin by 2. Ito naman, how do you make it 6? You multiply by 3. So, magiging kakalabasan yan ay, so we get 6x minus 8y minus 2 is 0. The second equation, we get 6x plus 9y minus 36 equal to 0. And then, you subtract. You add or subtract, depende kung paano siya mawawala. So, pareha naman sila. No? So, pag sinubtract mo, mawawala sila. So, yung upper minus lower. So, 6x minus 6x is 0. Negative 8y minus positive 9y is negative 17y. And then, negative 2 minus negative 36 is positive. Is it 34? Yes, 34. And then, isa na lang yung variable. Masasolve na natin si y. So, negative 17y is negative 34. Y is negative 34 over negative 17 or 2. Diba 2 yung nakuha nating sagot kanina? And how do you compute for x naman? Paplugin mo lang yung value ni y to any of this equation. And then solve for x. Or pwede rin dito. Pero parang mas madali dito. Okay, so 3x minus 4. Dito na lang ha. Ano yung y natin? 2 minus 1 equal to 0. So we get 3x minus 8 minus 1. 3x minus 9. So 3x is 9. So x is equal to 3. So the solution is the ordered pair xy. 3, 2. So that is the solution. And the solution set SS is the set containing 3, 2. So let us do another example. So let us solve for the intersection of these lines. So basically, sinosolve lang natin yung system of equation na yan. So mamili na lang tayo ng isang method doon. So pwede kayong mag-elimination via substitution or elimination via addition. But I think for this problem, it's better to use the substitution method. Why? Because you already have y equal to an expression involving x. So, y is already in terms of x. So, ipa-plug in na lang natin ito sa y nung kabila. So, let's do that. So, we get 3/4 x minus 1/4 equal to 3/2x plus 3/4. Or pwede nyo isipin na pinag-equate nyo lang ito, tsaka ito, because they are equal to the same thing, y. So, paano na ba to? So, let us multiply both sides by 4 na lang. And then distribute. What happens? We get 3x minus 1 equal to 6x plus plus 3. And then, transpose na lang. Nilagay ko lahat ng may x sa kanan, lahat ng constant sa kaliwa. So we get, this is 3x equal to negative 4. So x is negative 4/3. So yan yung x value. So ano naman yung y? So plug in lang natin yung x to any of this 2. Parang mas bet ko dito na lang. So y is 3/4 x minus 1/4. So y is, what happens to this? You get negative 1 minus 1/4, which is negative 5/4. So the solution is the ordered pair xy equal to negative 4/3, negative 5/4. For the solution set, ayan, lalagay nyo lang sa curly braces. So here are some remarks for the system of linear equations in two variables. So, yung first one, if the lines representing the equations intersect at exactly one point, the system is said to be consistent and independent. Ito yung itsura niya. This is yung isang line, and this is the other line. So, ito yung intersection nila. And kapag parallel lines naman, walang intersection, so walang solution yung system mo, ang tawag dun sa system ay inconsistent. So, ang itsura niya ganyan, and you have that one. Okay. And kapag nagko-coincide naman yung dalawa mong lines, marami kang solutions sa system. Actually, there are infinitely many solutions to your system. And ang tawag dun sa system na yun ay dependent. So, let's say this is yung isang line. So, isang line ito. So, nagko-coincide sila. Okay? At paano nyo malalaman na infinitely many yung solutions? Kapag minultiply mo yung isang equation to get the other one. Or makukuha mo yung isang equation by multiplying the other one by some constant. So let's say 2x plus 3y equal to negative 1. Negative 4x minus 6y equal to 2. So this is an example of a dependent system. Kasi, if you multiply the first equation by negative 2, you get the other one. So, ganyan ang lalabas yan. So, terminologies lang naman yun. Don't be afraid. So, punta naman tayo sa linear equation in 3 variables. So, ang itsura ng linear equation in 3 variables ay ito. Ganito siya. So, you have 3 variables, x, y, and z. So, ang itsura niya, ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. And ang solution sa isang equation lang is an ordered triple. So, tatlo yung variables. So, an ordered triple of real numbers is a solution of an equation in 3 variables, x, y, z, if the equation is satisfied when this r, s, and t are substituted into x, y, and z respectively. So, for example, this ordered triple is a solution to this equation. Linear equation in 3 variables is one of the solutions kasi maraming solution. So, bakit? Kasi if we replace x by 1, y by 1, and z by negative 2, this is satisfied. So, check nga natin. So, 1 plus 1 minus negative 2 minus 4, is it equal to 0? And the answer is, this is 2 plus 2, 4, minus 4 is 0. So, it's a yes. So, solution nga ito dito. So, paano tayo magsosolve ng system of linear equation in 3 variables. So, define muna natin ano yung system of 3 linear equations in 3 variables. So, yung iba ang tawag dito 3x3 system because you have 3 variables and you have 3 equations. Tapos, linear equations yung tatlo. Okay, so ganito yung itsura. Basically, meron ka lang tatlong linear equations and you want to find x, y, and z that satisfies this system. So, for example, isa itong halimbawa ng system of 3 linear equations and 3 variables. Pero ang question, how are you going to compute for this x, y, and z? So, ganito yung gagawin. So, you just choose 2 pairs of equations and eliminate the same variable. So, you have 2 pairs. So, pag nag-eliminate ka ng same variable doon, these 2 pairs will produce 2 equations with 2 variables only. So, nare-reduce yung problem sa system of equations na may 2 variables na lang or linear equations with 2 variables and 2 equations. So, yun yung previous previous na pinag-usapan. And then, i-apply na lang natin yung technique doon sa previous example. And then, substitute the values obtained for the 2 known variables in any equation to obtain the value of the variable eliminated in step 1. So, mas madaling mag-gets ito kapag nagsosolve tayo. So, i-resize lang natin ito. So, let's say, I want to pick ano bang maganda? Let's say, equation 1 and 2. Let us eliminate z. Kahit sino naman pwede. Trip ko lang si z. Okay, so, we multiply equation 1 by 2. Ano mangyayari if we multiply equation 1 by 2? So, 4x plus 6y minus 2z equal to negative 6. And then, si equation 2, retain lang. 3x plus 2y plus 2z equal to 5. And then, ang gagawin ko, I just add them to eliminate z para mawala ito. So, we get 7x plus 8y equal to negative 1. Okay, so meron na tayong isang equation in 2 variables. Isa-set aside muna natin yan. So, gagawin natin yung the same process, pero pipili tayo ng a different pair. Let's say 1 and 3. Well, pwede din naman 2 and 3. It depends on you. So, ang gagawin ko, I will eliminate z sa 1 and 3. So, I will multiply equation 1 by 3 para maging magkamukha sila. So, we get 6x plus 9y minus 3z equal to negative 9. So, equation 1, I multiplied it by 3. And then, I will copy equation 3. Oops. And then, to eliminate this, I have to subtract. So, upper minus lower 2x. So, naglalagay ako ng parenthesis doon sa minus sign to remind me na it is yung upper minus lower. Okay? And then, next one. Negative 9y minus negative 4y is 13y. And then, this minus this, cancel na yon. Equal na ito sa negative 11. Negative 9 minus 2 is negative 11. Okay, kopyahin ko lang itong dalawang to here. Because I need space. 7x plus 8y, negative 1. 2x plus 13y is negative 11. Okay, so focus na tayo rito. So, ganun ulit, you can solve this one via elimination or substitution. Pero ang mahalaga, 2x2 system na lang siya. Okay, let us eliminate x. So, we will multiply equation 1 by 2, equation 2 by 7. Anong lalabas? Ano siya? So, meron tayong 14x plus 16y equal to negative 2. Yung pangalawang equation multiply by 7. What is 13 times 7? 21, 2. Is it 91? 70 plus 21 is 91. Okay, so it's 91y. Tapos, let us subtract. So, upper minus lower, cancel na ito. 16 minus 91, is it negative 75y? Yes, it's negative 75y. And then, negative 2 minus negative 77 is 75. So, y is negative 1. Ayan, may isa na tayong variable. Plug in natin. Kahit dito na lang siguro, no, to solve for y. So, if y is negative 1, anong lalabas? So, 2x is 13 minus 11. 2x is 2. So, x is 1. May x and y na tayo. So, yung si z na lang. So, ang gagawin natin, pipili na lang tayo ng kahit sino dito and then solve for z. So, ito na lang equation 1. Kukopihin ko lang para mas ma-zoom out ko. Zoom in. So, 2 times 1 plus 3 negative 1 minus z equal to negative 3. So, 2 minus 3 minus z is negative 3. So, negative z is negative 3 plus 3 minus 2. So, negative z is negative 2. So, z is 2. So, the solution is the ordered pair x, y, z, 1, negative 1, 2. For the solution set is the point 1, negative 1. So, malinaw ba yun? So, paano muna natin malalaman na tama yung sagot? So, dapat pag pinlagin natin ito sa lahat, masatisfy each of the equation. Kay equation 1, okay na yun. So, punta na tayo kay equation 2. Substitute natin checking na tayo. So, kay equation 2, anong lalabas? X is 1, y is negative 1, z is 2. So, is it equal to 5? Yes. Okay, equation 3. 4 minus 6. Is it 2? Yes. So, indeed, tama yung sagot natin. So, and that ends our discussion on systems of linear equations. Goodbye!